first one. Okay, go to React Bootstrap. Then look for pagination. So pick one. Which pagination you want to use? This?
The second.
Or this?
Yeah, this one. Actually, that one. Yeah.
This one is hard, but we can do it.
Yeah.
Copy the whole thing here. Okay, go to see more inside up. Okay, here we have to replace the button with our paginations, right? So I will create a new file. Let's say component pagination. Here, RFC, replace this, and C. Okay. Okay. What?
Didn't import the one with this bunch of errors right now. Import pagination.
I did. But it should throw some error here.
I think it's frozen. Console. It froze.
It froze. Infinite loop.
Naming contact.
Oh shit. Change it.
So you don't have to replace it there. Oh, you need
What is this?
up above.
We need to install React Bootstrap. Have you installed it?
Yeah. Or it should be so like form.
Taking back your stuff, please.
Cannot file React Bootstrap. Spelling. Okay, yes, that's done. Here's our pagination. Actually not. So our purpose here, our goal here is to pass in a function. So every time you click on the number here, right? Click on this, the page change. So let's say let's call shit. I forgot how to do it. Call it current page. So here we need a current page, total page, and what? That's it. Just only need the current page and the total page and item per page. Another thing here, you need a function to get the correct items for current page, right? So in here you have on click something equal to the function, and the value has to change depend on which page you are in. So you have to run a loop, but first you need an array of all the pages. So let's say var total pages equal to an array, and then for var I equal to 0, I less than total page, and then I plus do something. Append, right? Not push.
Push.
Yeah. Okay, so our page here we start from 1, but we need a total page. How do we get that? And a function. Let's call it get handle page. Go away. So how do we get a total page?
The API will tell us whenever we call the API, that didn't part of that response, it will tell us. So let's look at that object that we get as a part of the response. You can throw an error.
What error?
Just put like a 1 or something in those things. So throw an error on page 459.
How do you know?
Yes, you're not allowed to do that.
For now, just for example, just this, so we don't have error here. What error?
Why do we have to use var?
Okay, left. Because var is easier to type for me. My left hand side. Okay, what's wrong here?
I feel like just see if it runs. On my machine, it throws an error here. Okay, forget about it.
U is fact. You need to get this function. Okay, open it. Let's try to console log data here.
Yeah. Still stringing it or something.
Okay. There's a bunch of things I don't want to see. Object. We do have the total page 71. Okay, and we also have the total results. So we have total page. How do we get the total page here? Object.total page. Cons total page set total page state. No.
Spell console.
What?
Spell console.
Okay. Not here. Where is it? Right here. How is set total page? Data dot total pages. Correct. Okay, what else? We need current page. How do you get the current page?
set that from your API at the beginning, probably. You probably passed
Is
that
it this?
to one of those API page number, yeah.
Page num, okay. Skip it. And then item per page, let's not focus it. Another thing here, we get the function to get the movies based on which page we're in. Which function is that?
It should be the first one that I
This one?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not there.
Okay. Okay, that. Oops. What did I just do? Uncommented. Handle page. Get is current page. Page num. Total page.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you are getting the total pages just of the get the movie data. But what if you search? You're gonna have another.
Yeah. So you need to set total page inside search. So right now I'm just showing you how to do it, just for this part of your project, right? So now you have to guide. Do you have to guide? No. Where is it? Because by default our total page is no. So we got it. Then here, let's console log props, and we see props. Okay, you see the props. Why is current page 2?
It's because we updated it before we passed it. Right?
Yep.
We updated it.
Let's just -1. Okay, CLG. Make sure we have the correct pages. Okay. Let, you know this syntax, right? Total page. And
Current page.
current page, and that's it, right?
Your function too.
Okay. We got 1 through 71. Now we have to run a map inside here. What do we call it? Pages. Dot map. We need to do something. Let's remove some that we don't want to see here. Let's just remove these unnecessary. Okay. Inside here, we only want to show the item here. Return. Okay. Guess what? We're gonna see 71, page 20. Right. So we want to change the number. Map, let's say L. It does change. Okay. What's the next step then? On click equal to the function props dot handle page function anonymous function guess what? When I click, what happened?
Nothing.
No, it does. You got updated, right?
Like loads below.
But you want to get the next page, you want to get the exact page number, right? So you have to pass in L.
What is L for?
It's the number.
Uh,
Let's say it's a page, it's current page for this button, the page of this button, and then we have to pass. Get movie data. We need to change something here. We need to change the value here. Right now, let's call it my page. My page.
Or
Why? The first time you run it, well, okay, here. The first time you run, you only want to get the first page. Okay, here. Number one, here we go into this and then go into your URL. Let's see. Because you call this too many times, let's see where you call it.
it's right there in the user
What's this?
guide.
What's this for? Can you delete it?
That was for, that was just to increase the page number
When you say get more.
you say get more, yeah. So you don't need it anymore.
that's the see more button, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The user factor and the wrap in the function.
The user, the see more button was connected to that function and it all it was doing was going to increment the number by 1.
Oh shit, DG spec is wrong. Here's the correct one.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
U is fact, it take a function as a first element. The second element is an array. So it's a function. And then an array.
So the syntax was wrong?
Yeah, it was wrong.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Okay, we now do have the first page. Right. And what if I click on the second page? Boom. We do have more movies. What if I go to page number 9? It's kind of cool, but I don't want that, so I can delete the concat now. I don't want a concat, right? I just want to data.results. Okay, page number 3. Indeed, page number 3, 20 items. Okay, now we need to hide the numbers here. What if we are currently on page number 6? We need to hide. We only show 4, 5, 7, and 8, right? So how do we do that? Do some logic here when you return.
The page number is, well, no, it's not page number, it's,
That's why we need a current page, right? We have to compare the L here with the current page.
Otherwise it doesn't know. Right, and then you do the +1. So that it updates all the time.
Parentheses one.
But what if I want to go back?
Oh shit.
you do two sides.
Okay.
Okay, here we have to do a condition here. If it's quite tricky now. If
Element
L,
is
for example, we only check. For example, we are in page number 5. We only want to show 3, 4, and 6, 7. So it's either +2 or either -2 L. Let's try. Greater than
Current page minus 2.
Current page minus 2 and what?
And
And or
and
N
element
L
is less than current page plus 2.
we show this, right? Let's see. Page number 2, number 4.
Page are we on? I don't even know what page we're on.
6 or 7.
Okay, now we
Greater than or equal to, yeah, that's right.
What else? We need to see page number 7.
Why does it say that
Hmm.
current page is not having?
Current page.
Nah.
Should I do plus 3?
We should see one more. What the hell?
Current page.
Current page plus 2 is less than the element. Like, you've got one of them going the wrong way, I think.
Element is greater than or equal to current page minus 2.
So it's gonna equal out to 0, no? Okay.
Element is less than or equal to current page plus 2. I think it should be equals. Right there. Right, Paul?
What?
It's confusing.
It's kind of confusing now. That's why I told you before.
Haven't you written the same thing, very similar on both sides?
No, well, guess why we had to do both of them. Okay, so let's just think about the first one real quick. Go back here. If we only have one of them, right? Let's just say we only had one of them. If the element is greater than or equal to current page minus 2, what does that mean? So if I'm on page 5, should I see page 6?
No.
Yeah, that's what it would say. Let's just leave one of them. Delete the one on the right. Delete the one on the right.
This one?
Everything out there. Yeah. Okay, what number is greater than or equal to the current page minus 2? Every other number. Every single number that's bigger than it. Watch, we're gonna see all of them.
Oh, yeah, that's
Right? So then we need to limit it. It needs to be from a beginning to an end. Right? So we need to take the current page minus 2 and then the current page plus 1, and it needs to fit those boundaries. Okay? So the one of them is we're gonna guard for pages that are greater than, that's just basically what we're doing. We need it to be within a limit, is what we're doing. Try 3 right there. Let's see what happens. No, that's gonna be wrong. Let's do 3.
Less than L minus 1.
That's a huge number, Kwon. Look at this.
They're the same. We need to change.
Let's do.
Shit, man. This is very confusing. Same thing. Holy shit.
Just do what you had. Okay, now do plus 3. Try 3. 3. Here we go. So we're on page what? Page 1. Let's go to 3. What's the current page right now? Current page is 5. So let's think about this. Is 5 greater than or equal to?
That's
Put a
it.
number in and do the maths, like,
Yeah, I'm super confused right now, guys.
5
Hold on.
minus 2 is 3, and on the other side you've got it plus 2, 7.
Page number 1, we see 4, which is, I don't want that. I want only 2. Okay. We are on page number 3. No.
But you did that minus 1 thing a while back.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure why you did it, but you set the page as minus 1. Yeah, there.
We are set page number 1. Let's go page number 1. Man, I forgot to delete one thing. Guess what? Get this.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Okay, we're on page number 1. Number 3, still 1. Why?
Because when you click on the page number, he didn't update it. You do need to update the page number. My page. 4.
Nouns. That works. Because we forgot to delete our code. Okay, so instead of we want to show something like we want to do something the first, the previous, the last, and the next. How? Holy shit. You guys causing me a bunch of problem. On click something. On click.
Set my page.
So I was going to be page 1, right? What other page would it be? 1.
1. And the last.
Total page.
And what's previous?
Current page minus 1.
Okay, here's the last page. I guess the first page. Correct. Now we have to guard against this. Holy shit. There's a bunch of problems. Now what? We have another attribute here. Active, disable. Active equal a what? Okay, let's see. Nice. Now disable. Read this. Disable with ed equal to what? Actually, don't put disable there. Put it here.
Current page minus 1 is less than is 0 or less.
Why didn't we just do this?
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Why didn't you want to do this?
Guys, there's simpler ways. Sometimes I don't think of the easiest way to do shit, man. Real shit, man. Sometimes.
Correct. And next.
Total page. Dot lane.
Nice.
Dot lane.
What?
Oh, no, it's a number. My bad. Sorry.
We cannot go next. Is that enough?
We done, guys?
Okay, here's another challenge. You need to change your code to reflect, to deal with all the genres. And for example, what if you want to search? You want to go to page number 2 of the search results. Do you want me to do it or just suggest?
What time is it? It's 4:30. Holy fuck.
I think that's it.
Yeah, this is already really hard, man. We just showed you guys to do it. Let's see if anyone can do this, okay? Anyone have any questions? Any questions? So just know that so far all we've done was write a function or define a component. This component took in 2 input variables and determined and decided which numbers to show based on these 2 input variables. What are the 2 inputs, guys? Yeah, so basically on total page, based on these 2 pieces of state, we can make other assertions, right? And have other things work correctly. And it just took a little bit of JavaScript magic. It wasn't anything too crazy.
Why now we get the item per page?
Item per page. No, you cannot. I think you cannot. You are not allowed to change the number of items per page from the API.
You don't have write permissions yet.
Yeah, you don't
What
have.
are you asking for? You want to just know how many were on each page?
For example, I want to show just 5 items per page.
Okay, well then you can just so whenever you're mapping, right? Whenever you're mapping, so for example, so just like we did here in pagination right here, right? We limited how many could be mapped right here. That's basically what we did. We limited how many we could show. So, or for example,
You slide.
card component. Right here, when you have some additional logic right here, right? You can just do let's just say top movies. Come on. Fuck. 0 to 5. 0 to 4. And this would be let. I think that would work. So limit 3. Oh man, fucked
But if
up.
you went to page 2, it showed the rest from that first page.
You have to change some logic there.